time. Long time. Me love you long time.
You don't hear you. Oh, man.
Holy shit.
Well, that's that. Now we just got one.
That's outrageous.
What the?
Oh, yes. It feels so good. Whoa! No! 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 No!
Yeah. So you're stuck with you're stuck with that.
Woo!
How you doing?
And there we go. Episode 10.
Episode 10? What?
Episode
That's like
10.
a
Episode
1
10.
and a 0. Good. Hey, where is code 10? Talking about 10s.
Wow.
I just jumped
What?
right there, didn't I? Where is code 10?
Oh, no, he's no longer code 10 anymore. He's code 8.
7? No, 7.
7? Oh,
He's
damn,
code
he's been
7.
deranked again?
Yes,
Wow,
I
it's just-
deranked him again.
It's
Exactly.
just like Counter-Strike in the new ranking system, and everybody's deranking.
Yes, he's
Jesus.
officially deranked.
Yes.
De-yanked. Delanked. Is the
Yes.
top of my glasses actually blue? Am I seeing this correctly? Did it green screen to blue?
It green screened to blue.
That's sexy right there.
That is sexy. That is amazing.
Yes.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming back. This is literally no sense. This is our 10th episode, and we are covering topics that have no relevance to anything or besides us. We like them.
I do. I mean, I really like our topics. We have some
Yes.
good topics this
Actually,
month.
we do.
Oh, and you do. Let's go ahead and explain, because the topics are not going to be what we announced at the end of last week's show or what we had talked about. So, what's going on and why?
Well, we were originally going to do the different streaming services like YouTube, Hitbox, Beam, and Twitch, and maybe others. But I've been doing test broadcasts to all these different environments via the Restream.io, which is actually what we're using right now.
Yes, it is. We have
To help
switched over to
us.
Restream.io.
So we are streaming on all these different services, but the one person extra that we kind of needed here is unavailable.
Yes, Mr. Code 10 is currently
Yes.
playing soldier right now with
Yes, he
the No-Go's, the National Guard. So he is actually serving our country in some facility somewhere, top secret something.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
he is very vocal on this subject. We actually brought this subject up partially because of him, and we did not want to breach this subject without him being here, because he is very knowledgeable. He has studied all the different services more so than I have, and Headwound has. We have also added a service. We were originally streaming to Twitch, Hitbox, and YouTube Gaming. We actually added Beam now, so we are currently on Beam also. So we're broadcasting to 4 services now, live!
Live. And the multicast is really easy. It only takes one set. It only utilizes one set of bandwidth to send to Restream, and then they restream it to everybody else.
Yes.
So you don't need to have like quadruple your internet. You just need the same internet that you would use to broadcast to one service. Anyways, we're getting off topic.
We are.
So we have had to change the topic because of Code 10 not being available
Correct.
this weekend. So we will be covering all of the services, and we will all be restreaming on all of these different services, testing them out, letting you know next week, all that stuff. But for this week, we are going to do our standard items that we're going to cover. So first off, no new releases this week.
No new releases.
No new releases this week. So right on to our first topic is the Oculus Rift. Now, you guys probably
Wait a minute. Don't you call it the Oculus Rift off?
Yes. Wah, wah, wah.
Whoa,
I
whoa.
could not believe this. Okay, first off, the uh, the executive of the company who has been withholding the pricing until now for the last minute for pre-sales has finally released the numbers for the cost of everything. Now, first off, Chaos, I know what you would spend. You'd spend like $10.
I'd spend like $10
Yeah,
because
you would spend like $10. For
yeah,
myself, if it had come down to like $199,
you'd be interested in it.
that would make me really honestly
But
interested
gee,
in this
Headwound,
project.
why don't you tell us what the fuck they're actually selling this Oculus rip off for?
Okay, well, first off, we'll tell you what you get, and then we'll get to the
Okay,
price.
okay.
So we can actually we could do it that way. So you get the Oculus Rift headset, which has the built-in headphones and all of that stuff.
Does
You
it
get
still have
an
the joystick on the
Xbox-
side?
Yes. No, it doesn't have that. No, it's not that.
Okay.
It's not that. It includes a Xbox One controller,
Okay.
an Oculus remote, which handles that.
Ah,
remote.
so they were smart enough to do.
You get the sensor that sits in front of you, so it knows like where you're, kind of moving around.
Oh,
And
you
it
mean that they
includes-
didn't build that into the freaking headgear? That a little
Well,
motion.
it does extra stuff. It does extra stuff.
Oh,
So
does it do naughty things?
I guess it does.
Is it like that VR girl thing?
You can hook it up.
Can you get hooked up? Are we doing false advertising
And
here?
then you get some free software, which includes some free games, which are specific for the Oculus experience, which are actually pretty decent. Now, even with all of this, okay, I said I'd spend like $199 on the headset. Okay, Xbox One controller, $15. The remote, so you don't have to do this, so you could do this. I say $5. The sensor to give you whatever that sensor actually gives you, I would say another 15. So okay, let's say altogether I'd give them an extra 100. So let's say $299. Sounds reasonable,
Right?
in my
yeah.
point of view.
Right. I concur. I'm with you.
They want $600.
Wah, wah,
freaking
wah. They want $600. Here, let me just pull that out of the poop factory, okay? Nope, ain't got it. Guess I ain't getting an Oculus Rift. Wait a minute. I was never going to buy one in the first place. If you have a new product, you never, ever, ever limit purchase by monetary values. You sell it at a loss to get it out there so people will buy it and talk about your product. You don't go money grubbing right off the fucking bat. Get rid of the Xbox controller. We don't need it. Get rid of the other shit. We don't need it. Give us the Oculus Rift, mark it to $199, and we'll buy the fucking thing. Yeah. All right?
Not this stupid 600. Not only that, but they think that people are stupid enough that actually it kind of makes sense. Now watch this. So they follow this up. They have a package deal which includes the $600, but then it also includes somebody said it's $599. Okay. So you could buy Oculus will actually sell you a pre-made computer designed around the performance needs that the Oculus.
In that $600?
No. It's
okay. I hate to say this.
More.
My mom, I haven't said is not. She's not. Let's say lacking for funds. Okay, and she plays a game called Second Life, and from what I'm understanding, Second Life is going to be supporting the Oculus Rift, and she's like, because that's her game. She plays Second Life. And she's actually contemplating buying one of these, and I just feel like, and I can't talk her out of it. Okay, if she has the money, she's gonna go buy the damn thing, and I just can't talk her out of it. And it's like,
okay,
I'll end up with it in a month. I guarantee you. I'll ship it to you.
This is what's gonna happen. this is why this is priced at that, because they are pricing towards people that have the extra money, that want the technologies right now
The
before they're
first, yeah,
universally adopted.
yes, the first whatever.
So yeah, the first runs. So there is an actual package that you can get, and I'm not going to get the price exactly right, but it's the equivalent of $600 for the Oculus Rift, and then another 900, almost $1,000 for a PC. So $1,600 for this package that you get. I guess they think that everybody is just rolling in the dough.
You know, the thing is though is I will say that has it's been like a normal thing for businesses. Okay, it's going after the money, and a perfect example of this is like the Corvette. A Corvette is a perfect example of going after the
Mm,
money, and so are businesses like Lamborghini and you know all of those. They're going after the money. The thing about the problem with that is it takes the people like you and me that are actually the real consumers, the people who will actually use this, show people this, talk about this. It completely prices us completely out of the entire situation. Okay, it is the
yeah.
by far the worst marketing that you could go for. Okay, you put a budget product out for a low price point so people talk about it.
Exactly. I mean, and like you said, if you're doing it right, take a loss on your initial release.
Right.
Don't try to make up the money from the last 3 years of promising this product out to the world by making it so ridiculously expensive. They
Yeah,
could have easily made this half of the price
exactly.
and done just fine. Now, the pre-designed PC, I understand. There are some people who don't have what they need, but they still want this, and if they're willing to pay $600, throw another $1,000 at it. Yeah, you're good. But still, anyways, I just had to rage about this one because I think it's an absolute
Travesty.
bullshit. I think it's
Bullshit. Bullshit.
bullshit to the
Yeah.
extreme.
You know,
So we're gonna move on.
just out of principle, I will never buy one. Never, but I already had the bad attitude towards this technology in the first place. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I agree. In this case, you
I'll
know what?
fix
I
it,
will
Shadow
not
Snore.
get one. If it's given to me, Chaos's mom, then I'm okay with it. Um, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna get to game delays, and this is another thing that drives me crazy
Okay.
with companies is game delays are getting more and more common for some companies, but then for others, they're actually going to early access, which is cool
Hmm.
because you're releasing a game with the understanding that this is early access and it may be an alpha, and you may have to sacrifice this or that feature for it. But why do companies do it?
You know, that's the good question. And the thing is that there's one company that they don't necessarily do it per se, but they give a good answer whenever anybody says, when are you going to release said thing? And they say they're going to release it when it's ready. And to me, that is by far the best answer that I've ever heard, and that they never, ever, ever do a release date until they know for a fact that it's ready. We all know this company. It's called Blizzard Entertainment, and they produce
Hmm.
some of the best games in the world. There may be any number of reasons why I feel that companies do it. So whether I'm upset about it or not, the thing is I've gotten myself to the point where I don't get that jazzed up about games.
Yeah. Well, I know that there are certain games where, okay, for example, Doom, which was
Mhm.
supposed to be released in 2003 or something like or 2007, sorry.
Mhm.
The new version, the newest one that had come out. It has taken 9 years of delay after delay after delay before they actually release it. Um, and a lot of times, what I end up finding out is that the game was broken.
Okay, what do you mean
Like,
by broken? Was it broken in the sense
I
that
mean
when
that perhaps something that a specific feature, like let's take Portal.
Mhm.
Portal and the Portal guns themselves. Could you imagine if they tried to release it and there were problems with the portals
lining up
taking
correctly
you
or
to
something like that?
places where you weren't supposed to
Then
go?
you don't announce the game until you have a working game. Okay, that I mean, to me, it's irresponsible. Now, there may be yet a number of reasons why they need to announce the game. Maybe they're trying to do hype or know what.
Exactly.
But the fact of the matter is to be a responsible company, you don't talk about your product until it's ready to be talked about.
But the
And
problem, well, it's and I got to take a different perspective on this.
go,
I think that companies do need to talk about these products. They do need to get they do need to promise a date. People want to know that they're going to get something by a specific time. Like if I know I want to buy stuff for Christmas, I want to know, am I going to be able to get that by Christmas or somebody's birthday or a special event or
right, but
something
the
like
thing
that?
is that a lot of these games you really don't need to talk about until a year out. And by the way, you should have been developing it for 2 years before that to make sure it works when you talk about it for that year before it comes out. I mean, and
And that
there's a
comes into
Christmas every year.
a lot of the other reasons are there. Like, okay, um, they're using it to let's say a game is in development, and then suddenly they say, okay, we're getting ready. It's going to release um, this October.
Hmm.
And so they're like, "Oh, great, we could do this. All our crew is in order. We don't have any bugs." Um, but then suddenly,
Something shits
the,
itself.
the let's say the publisher loses a contract with some store,
Some
and they could no
downstream.
longer support releasing the store. Does it make sense to still release it without the support of that store? Like, let's say if a game was going to come out and Steam promised that they would carry it in our inventory because of a certain publisher having connections with them, and then suddenly they no longer have that connection, and Steam goes, "Sorry, can't take it anymore."
You know,
Um,
there's any number of things. The fact of the
yeah,
matter is, until you have all your ducks in a row, you shouldn't be announcing a release time of your game. Blizzard does it. Okay, Blizzard does it right every single time. Okay, and the fact of the matter is that other publishers are either too zealous or they have leadership that is too overbearing on the people that are producing the game, where they're going, when is it ready, when is it ready, when is it ready, and the people that are developing the game says, fine, it's ready,
exactly.
and
Well,
when it's really not,
not only that, but a lot of times they'll do it for strategy.
uh-huh.
Let's say a company's gonna a game is being developed. It's going to be under somebody's publisher license. That publisher says, "I don't like where things are going," and they drop it.
Hmm.
Then what does the game company do? They try to find another publisher. They find another publisher. This is after the company has promised a release date. Maybe this other publisher is going to say, "Well, you know what? I don't like the date that you guys chose. I think it's more appropriate to release this in a December period where we're going to hit the audiences for Christmas. Let's hold it back for that." So again, it becomes a money thing.
Uh-huh.
So money is a contributing factor
Money
of
is the
game delays
contributing factor,
also.
dude. That's the number one factor. It's how
Oh,
much money they're going to make. Okay, there's
oh yeah,
no if and but what's about that. And I guarantee you, every delay is driven by money. Okay, and what I mean by that is you've got the people that are sitting up top saying we need to make money off this game, and you got the developer saying it's not ready. Well, you got the bean counters up top going, we've spent 2.2 million by these numbers. This game should be ready. We're going to announce a release. Boom. You have 6 months to finish the game. And the developers are going, no.
how?
And then it gets to the
What?
point to where 6 months have come by and the developers going, we told you the game ain't ready. And the bean counter's going, oh, well, I guess we have to delay it. But it also rolls back to that other thing that we talk about quite often on the show. Is it delayed on purpose to drive hype for the
Right.
game,
Yes.
for advertising, to get people aware of it? It's been delayed. It's been delayed. The hype. Oh, hype.
And they'll release a trailer,
And then yeah.
and it will show, or they'll release gameplay, and it will be very good gameplay, or
Mhm.
it'll be, or they'll release a beta and the beta testers are loving it,
Right.
and they still just hold it off. There's a game that, and forgive me because I don't remember the name of it, and um, it's that one space game that we
Stars.
went to.
Okay.
Andy is in charge of the
Oh,
promoting of
Dreadnought.
Dreadnought. Thank you.
Yes.
That's an exact. Like, this game has been pretty much ready to go.
Why do they
But
keep on delaying it?
They keep tweaking it.
Well, I guarantee you I know why they're delaying it. Because it has no movement. I've said this
Yeah.
before. I've looked at the game 100 times. It looks really cool, but it's like this magazine. Okay, it's like this magazine with all these pretty glossy pictures, but when you open it up, all it is pretty glossy fucking pictures. Okay, there is no gameplay in it. There is no strategy in it. There is nothing about the game that is fun to play. I hate to say it, it looks great. It looks like a great game.
It looks tremendous.
But it is not a game that's going to have any legs whatsoever. Okay? And if it does, it'll be a bleeding freaking miracle if it does. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. I mean, I have to agree. So there's many different reasons why games are delayed. And we just wanted to be able to cover them all so people know that it's not necessarily that the game is broken, but it could be money, it could be publishers changing, it could be the strategy behind the game, you know, lots of different things. So anyways, the next topic that we're going to cover is Beam Goes Live!
Beam Goes Live!
And ladies and gentlemen, we are broadcasting on
Beam.
beam.pro/literally no sense right now. So if you want a different experience, head on over to beam.pro/literally no sense, and you might even like it even better.
Well, why don't we go ahead and cover... Go ahead, you finish. I'm sorry, I interrupted
We'll cover
you.
some small
go ahead.
details. I don't want to get it totally into everything because we're going to be covering this all next week when we do detail things for it. But first off, when you sign up for beam.pro and you start broadcasting, you automatically get 2 encoding rates. Not one.
Not one shit.
Not source.
Not shit.
You get rates that are actually viable.
Is it 480 and 720?
That's right.
480 and 720 out the gate for when you go live as a fresh, brand new streamer, just getting your dick wet. You get 480 and 720p. Okay, that's number one. Why don't we talk about the big difference between Twitch and this? And there's a little bit of thing called a
Yes, a chat delay. In fact, if you're over at Beam right now, or if you're at Twitch, we could actually do a test. And I'm watching. Where's my Twitch chat? There it is. Okay, so I got my Twitch chat and I got the Beam chat open at the same time.
Hi.
I'm going to say a word, and then I want you guys in both the chats to type out this word, and we're gonna time how long it actually goes through. So. Here we go. The word is sense.
Right there.
Holy crap! Oh my god. That was insane.
It was the amount of time it took her to type the word sense.
Holy crap.
Boom! No chat delay. Look at if
God.
you guys aren't on Beam right now, looking at the quality of the broadcast, the lack of delay. Okay, guys, this is a platform to look out for. This right here, you know, I don't want to get into this too much, but I want to say that a lot of us talked that YouTube gaming was something that was going to give Twitch a run for money.
No.
This is going to give Twitch a run for its money. If it takes off and people start figuring out that there's no chat delay, the quality is incredible. The platform is incredible. Support is incredible. I can't say enough good things about these guys because I've been talking to these guys for 1.5 years. Okay, I've known about it. It's just that I have a problem, and it's called partnership with Twitch. So anyway,
that will be a discussion for another time. But mobile app already available.
Yep. Already available.
So that's not a problem. Let's see. What are We won't go. So ultimately, it is like literally somewhere between 2 seconds and 6 seconds for the delay.
It's supposed to be
on
250 millisecond delay, but it's that's
It's
just
insane.
insane.
And they're doing 2 encoding rates. They're running
Yeah.
HTML5. They're doing
Yeah.
from the get-go. Now, the Beam service has been available for a good
Year.
amount of time,
Yeah.
but they wanted to officially release on January 5th, which
And
they
it's
did, and I think they did an
Beam.Pro.
incredible job.
Beam.Pro, you guys.
There you go.
Beam.Pro.
Beam.pro / literally no sense
Now,
is our a channel over there.
You're
so make
already
sure,
multicasting to this channel, to Beam.Pro, correct? Yes. Okay.
yes. So make sure you do head on over there. Make sure if you're on Twitch and you want a different experience, head over to Beam.pro / literally no sense. Give it a follow. Hit that little heart.
Yep.
And see what your experience is on over there. Otherwise, we move on. Guess what's next?
What's next? Hold on. Oh, this thing.
Oh my God.
So, Headwound and I both were at PAX Prime, and we had heard rumors. What are you snoring for?
No, that was me doing my version of the Craigasm.
Oh, okay. So both of us had heard about this, okay? And you know, I've watched several reviews. This is currently at CES 2016 right now. There's a lot of people that have done reviews on it. This is the Razer Stargazer, and this is a webcam aimed at streamers. Okay, now I am a huge Razer fan. I have a Razer Naga. I have a Razer Chroma keyboard, Chroma Black Widow. I have a Razer Nostromo. Okay, I have a lot of Razer products, and I fully support Razer. So let me tell you a little bit about this thing before I start throwing it under the bus. Okay, first of all, this one of the key features of this product is that it has a built-in green screen feature, which means that you don't have to have a green screen, and it has an infrared camera. So if you see like this on this, it would be, I don't know what side it is, but you see on the far side, that's an infrared detector that sees your face and tracks your face. That blocks out everything but your face. So it will do the green screening without you having to have a green screen. I'm going to put a little asterisk beside that because I'm going to talk about everything else and I'm going to come back to that. All right. So the next thing is that it has facial recognition for Windows Hello. So if you have that set up on your Windows 10 and you walk up to your Windows 10 and you say hello, it will recognize your face, it will log you in, and it's a security feature for your picture. This is the only camera that currently does that, from what I understand.
I'm very interested to see how that is going to work,
Yes.
because a problem like with myself, if in fact Logitech already has a lot of software that does facial recognition to allow special candy features over your face, like hats and different things like that. But the problem is I have two things that are wrong with my face. I know, Chaos, there's more than two. I wear glasses that reflect
Light.
and I also have a beard and a mustache.
Is that what you call
so
that?
it removes the ability for it to see the structure of my face and also to clearly see my eyes.
So we'd like to see how this is going to handle your defects.
Oh, yes, exactly.
So besides facial features recognition, it also has gesture recognition. And one of the things that they were showing off at CES was that you were able to put your hand up like this and it would open up Dota. So you could actually assign a hand gesture like this and it would open up Twitch.
It's not working. I'm trying to.
It's you don't have the camera, dingo brain. Anyway, you could have like a gesture like this, and it'll open Twitch, or you could have a gesture like this, and it'll open up Beam. Stuff like that. And so it does have gesture recognition. Okay, which is another key feature that it has. It has 720 at 60 and 1080 at 30.
I love that. I personally love that.
Okay, I thought that was a downside. Okay, 720/60 is great, awesome. That's where we're at right now. This actually, we're at 720/30. My camera is at 720/60, so it really doesn't freaking matter because it has to downgrade to 60. But 720/60 is a great thing to be broadcasting at, in the fact that it has it. I feel it should have 1080/60. It should have 1080/60. Why they have something this high end and this good looking not having 1080/60 blows my canoodle away. I really don't understand that. Okay, maybe there's something.
I think
Go ahead.
it's the combination of all the features.
Okay.
And they had to sacrifice one thing, and in order to get that green screen going.
Okay, so this
My
is going to be available Q2 2016, so this year in Q2, which would be what, midsummer, probably somewhere around there, and it is going to retail for $199. Okay, I love Razer.
A little bit high.
It's a little bit high. Okay, and so
just a little bit.
I told you I was going to put a little asterisk on the first feature that we talked about, which was the green screens feature. Okay, and I'm also going to kind of segue into something that I don't know if it's a reason that I haven't like made partnerships and stuff like that, because I'm about to say what I'm about to say. So if you go watch any of the reviews on this, okay, there is a blatant, straightforward hello problem with the freaking green screen. Okay, it is a blatant, like, okay, it is completely, absolutely, 100% unprofessional. And anybody that's a professional broadcaster that doesn't accept this right here, okay, and I'm not talking how sexy I am, because I know I am. It does not accept.
Don't accept it. What
the sharpness. Now, I don't even like how I still feel that this is even a little bit amateurish, but Headwound is still sharp on the page, and we're still sharp against the background. Whereas with this thing, when it does it, it has a shadow. It has a like a green nasty shadow that follows you around. It is not professional. I would not use this camera for that feature, which is I would trade that feature for this camera having 1080p. Okay, so what I was trying to say is that everybody, single person in their videos, when they were reviewing this thing and showing this thing off, none of them had the balls to stand up and say that green screen sucks balls. Now, nobody said that this was a beta and that they're still working on it. They did say that they were still working on the hand gestures, but they didn't say that they were still working on the green screen, which tells me that they're finished with it. Well, guess what, dudes? It sucks. And I would never, as a live streamer, as a professional live streamer, I would not use it. Okay? For that reason,
And that is assuming that what we're seeing in these review videos
right
is what this is actually going to do. Now, I'm curious.
The review videos are on the show
videos
floor.
That I actually saw, they did not show what type of lighting they were using for the background.
Mm-hmm.
They did not show whether they were actually using a solid color or whether it was...
Again, it shouldn't matter. Okay? It shouldn't matter.
But in that case, also... You got to remember, look how small this thing is.
It's actually not that small. It's actually this big.
Yes. So it's about twice the size of a standard Logitech like C920.
Right. So it's like this big. It's a pretty big piece of kit. Okay.
Yeah. But in order for it to process, and you got to remember, this is processing without your CPU.
Yeah, it's doing this on the fly. Inside the camera, it does this green screen processing.
Yeah. So there's no issues with that. Now, if you could figure out how it does that, you could set your OBS software to remove that extra, effect that's happening in there. But that's kind of like...
The fact of the matter is they're touting that you don't need a green screen. They're touting that that's the key point, okay? Which means that I should be...
you don't.
It does. Technically, you don't, but it's not a professional green screen image that I would feel comfortable putting out in front of my audience, okay?
Is it going to be something that streamers adapt as the next webcam that they have.
I disagree.
I don't know.
I think the C920 still beats this thing out, not only over price, but over quality. The C930 is actually even a better camera. It's brighter. It's a bigger picture. It does a better job. And I'm just going to have to say, as much as I love Razer, I would not embrace this by what I've seen. And the thing is that all the things that you see, 90% of the things you see in the videos are all at CES and all on Razer products and all shown by Razer. And they're showing this, okay, with this shadow around you. And it's like, no, that's not acceptable. I don't know who they talked to accept that it is acceptable, but it's not. And I'm not going to, listen, it says you don't need a green screen. That doesn't allow for, oh, they couldn't fit it into the box. It doesn't allow for, oh, you need a different lighting. It doesn't allow for any of that. It says you don't need a green screen.
And I really want, okay, when I think about not needing a green screen, say I have this cup in the background, and I'm moving around and the cup stationary. I believe what it's doing is it's testing the mobile, what is considered mobile, moving around, and what is stationary in the back.
No, it's infrared.
But
It's seeing the infrared off your face.
oh, really?
Yeah, that's what the infrared
Okay.
camera is for. It's doing it by infrared.
Oh, see, I wasn't aware of that
Yeah.
specific functionality. I thought what it was taking a 3D view, so it had the two. It has the two.
It does have the two cameras. It may be
cameras.
combining that infrared with the 3D
Yeah.
view. Yes.
So it was taking like two angles on yourself and indicating like that based on. Anyways, I'm not a mechanical engineer, so
Right.
you know I don't know.
I love Razer, but I can do just like the Razer Siren. Okay, I can do exactly what a Razer Siren does right here. Okay, with
Yeah.
this microphone right here, and I don't need to go out and buy the Razer name to do it. They need to lower the price. They need to fix the green screen. 149, fix the green screen, and I might think about buying it. But right now, I don't need it. I have 3 cameras. I have 2 C920s and a 930E. I'm more than happy with them. There's nothing that's going to make me switch over to this, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes out, I will take a look. I will not buy it, but I will take a look at what people think.
If they send me one, I'll
if the
review
price-
it in a heartbeat. But yeah.
Yeah, if they could come down $50 in price, I'll get it.
Yep. So, are we
That was
ready to
next.
move on?
Yep.
All right. So, there's a story about our girl here. And if you guys haven't seen Star Wars, you're buried under a fucking rock and you're a hermit. I'm sorry.
This is Rey.
This is Rey, okay? And Rey is like the main protagonist in The Force Awakens. She is The Force Awakens, basically. And for some reason, game companies left her out of games, okay? Their excuse was that the reason that they left her out of the games was because they didn't want to do spoilers. And they put, instead of putting her in...
This was Hasbro, right?
Yeah, this is Hasbro. Instead of putting her in, this is in a Force Awakens, like Monopoly game or something like that. It was in a Force Awakens game specifically titled Force Awakens, okay? Instead of putting her in, they put Vader in, okay? And it's like, Vader wasn't even in the fucking movie, dude. What are you putting him in the freaking Force Awakens game? Did you even watch the freaking movie?
That blew me away.
Right. So they had Kylo Ren, which yes, he should be in the game. Luke Skywalker, that's questionable because Homeboy had like what, 2 minutes of freaking airtime, if that. You know. And they put Finn in, which I totally agree with, and they put Vader in, who wasn't even in the freaking... His head was in the movie. It was a little melted.
His helmet.
His helmet was in the movie.
Helmet.
How do you know his head still wasn't in that helmet? Let's think about it.
No, because he took it off in the last episode.
Maybe he took it off or not. He was still burned. His body was still burned with that helmet on in the funeral pyre in Jedi.
Oh, that's right.
So that's how it had to be burned. So his canuggles could still be in.
Maybe his canugle should still
his
be there.
canugle is still in the frame. Maybe Kylo Ren's been snacking on his canugle.
You know, we did see that helmet on a platform. Maybe his body's below it. I don't know.
You know, the helmet should theoretically not exist anymore. It theoretically should have been eaten by his son.
It should not. It
Right.
should not.
It should have been eaten by a son.
I
Anyway,
thought it was odd that it was there.
I wouldn't see a
question it.
reason whatsoever. I would favor Daisy Ridley. I would favor Rey over any of those characters. Hands down. She is the main character of the fucking movie. Why would you not include her in a Force Awakens game? I mean, seriously.
In fact, okay, so which characters did we have in the Hasbro game?
They were Kylo Ren, Luke Skywalker, Finn, and Darth Vader.
Okay, what they should have done, replaced Darth Vader with the new little droid character.
BB-8.
Yeah, BB-8.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been perfect. And they should have not put Luke Skywalker in there and put in Rey.
Yes.
But what they wanted, and I can guarantee this comes back to money again.
Show me the money.
They wanted the key characters that everybody remembers from all the prior episodes to be in it. And that's the reason there, Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, in my opinion.
It makes no sense. I'm sorry. The term Force Awakens sells the games, not the person who are in the freaking game. Okay, the Force Awakens would sell the game, and
yeah,
she's a girl. Girls sell shit. I mean, is it because she doesn't have big boobs? Is that why she doesn't sell shit? I mean, give me a break. You know.
Okay, and this is not a sexist thing either.
No.
If I was playing the game and I saw the different characters available, Rey would be the one I chose.
Right. She would be my go-to character. I mean,
yeah.
We know Kylo Ren's a whiny little bitch. I wouldn't play his dumbass, okay? We know that Skywalker, again, a whiny little bitch, and I still wouldn't freaking play his character. I might play Vader just because he's freaking there. And Finn is kick-ass. So my second choice would be Finn, by far.
Yeah.
But
actually, it would be cool to play Darth Vader's head.
Okay, Darth Vader's head. Just his head.
Just his head. That's it. All right. Anyway,
okay.
So she was not included. Now they did correct this.
They
are
did.
coming out with a new version that includes Rey.
That includes Rey. So yes. So again, did they do this just for advertising in the first place?
So there you go. All right. What's next?
What's next? Do you guys want to play The Division now?
Yes. Yes,
okay.
Please.
Did you know if you buy the current Humble Bundle, and this is not a Humble Bundle, by the way, we don't get paid for any of this. As in, we don't get any kickbacks from any of these people. They don't know us from Adam, Dick, Tom, Harry, okay? We just find shit that's cool and talk about it, all right? I saw this game. We've talked about this game. We talked about this game in the last episode. If you want to get in on the beta for The Division, Tom Clancy's The Division, all you have to do is spend $10.
This is not an open beta. This is a closed beta. If you don't get the beta key in some way, you won't be able to play the beta.
Right.
Period.
Right. So, it is currently available, how long, buddy?
It is available until January 14th. So you got about 3 days and 22 and a half hours, something like that.
3 days and 22 and a half hours. I'm looking for it right here. Because I want to talk about, do you have it up where you can talk about all the games?
I have them in the spreadsheet.
Okay.
$10 is what you're going to need to pay.
Okay.
It includes Tom Clancy's, and this is a whole Tom Clancy theme collection.
Humble
Rainbow
Bundle
Six, Six Vegas, Cell Chaos Theory, Ghost Recon, Six Vegas 2, Cell Conviction Deluxe Edition, Splinter Cell, Ghost Recon Future Soldier, Splinter Cell Blacklist, and The Division Beta.
The Division Beta. Now, I think it's completely worth it just to get in on the Division Beta. I that's why we wanted to mention this, is that a lot of people have been looking at this. This looks like a good game. And if you want to get in on the beta, there you go. Go spend $10. You're in on the beta. Plus, you get a bunch of freaking games. Okay.
Who's got the beta? Who's got their Humble Bundle?
Who's got their Humble Bundle? He does.
I do.
He does.
I do.
This guy.
I literally, like, when Chaos told me about this yesterday, I was
you like went straight in and started freaking. You started buying.
I was like, "There's no way," because there have been a couple of games that, like Overwatch, I could have gotten the Overwatch beta key early on just by
Mhm.
going and playing. I think there was a game that you could play over at one of the packs, and then there was a game that you could buy on Steam that gave you the beta key guaranteed. But Overwatch was closed,
Mhm.
and Chaos is a jerk, and he got to play it, and so I hate him for that. But yeah, the Tom Clancy division, the division, looks incredible.
It does. It looks really good, and um, yeah, I'm actually looking forward to playing it. There's, one of the things that I know that you have gone full variety now. You're 100% variety on your channel and stuff like that,
Yes,
right? So we
yes,
can
I've
expect
switched
to see,
over.
okay, you have switched over to the other side.
Yes,
Do you want
I've
to talk
switched
about
over to the dark
do you
side.
want to talk about why you've made the decisions that you've made to go over
Yes,
to
actually, this
go ahead.
it's a if it's a perfect time for
It
this
is.
topic.
Let's talk about it.
So I originally started streaming as an extension of YouTube, and I was doing Minecraft and doing some things in there. So I got hooked into Minecraft, and I built my entire community, 26,000 plus followers on Minecraft.
Hmm.
But for myself, after the period of time that I spent with this game for the last 3 years, I kind of got burned out. And I've been spending the last month or two kind of just playing and not really enjoying. And it suddenly came to me that why am I doing this?
Right. Right. Well, we all
Yeah,
the thing is this is that I have been where Headwind is, okay, and I'm still where Headwind is in the sense that there's an answer to why. Okay, there's a very blatant, specific answer as to why you continue to play the game, and that's your audience. And what normally typical happens if you're not botting your channel, okay, is that when you switch games, you lose 80% of your viewers. Okay, it's a
that's
given.
true.
It's a given, flat out 80% of the viewers. If anybody's out there and thinks that any of these big broadcasters don't suffer the same problems that the rest of us suffer when we switch, you're sorely mistaken.
You are wrong.
You're wrong.
I have
Okay.
seen channels that have gone from an average of 8,000 viewers at a time, switching over to a different game that is not in the same type of category and going down to like 1,500, 2,000.
Right. And those are legitimate channels. Okay. Those are legitimate channels that you actually see the downturn. Okay. And I don't want to get into the whole conspiracy thing, and we should actually probably do a whole fucking show on how corrupt some of these channels are. But you need to understand that the reason that he didn't want to switch for such a long time, and I'm talking about Headwound, is because of his audience, and he didn't want to lose his audience. The problem
Yeah.
is that we have to juggle is simple. Do we want to lose our audience, or do we want to have fun? All right.
And
And
for me, it had to go back to why am I doing this? It
right.
had to go back to a soul searching period.
Hmm.
Why did I start streaming in the first place? Because I love playing games.
Right.
Do I want to play a game that I'm tired of? No,
No.
I don't. So therefore, I switched over. And you know what? I do a lot of games now, and my core audience, the ones that truly love me as a person and love the way that I broadcast and want to see that, have stuck around.
They've stuck around. Exactly.
Granted, it's a smaller audience, but they're there.
They're
They're
there.
there.
So I applaud you in making the change,
Thank you.
and I just hope I hope you can stick to it. Is the thing, you got to stick to it, because I've actually kind of done it a little bit, but I have a really hard time sticking to it. But the thing is that you and I are suffering the exact same thing. Our audiences have come to the point to where, why not? Why not go ahead and make the switch to variety and stuff like that? I myself have a time that I may be doing it. I haven't decided if I'm going to do it. There will be a time when I will multi-broadcast exactly like Headwound. Okay,
Good.
and I don't mind telling you when that time will be. everybody that knows me knows that I'm going to be going back to school, and knows that the VA is going to be paying me to go back to school. They will be giving me a stipend, which is, I cannot wait. We're going to do software development is what I'm going to be going
It's gonna
for.
be awesome.
I cannot wait to do. It's going to be 4 years of college, and it's going to be going back to school, and I'm psyched, dudes. I am like
You
freaking
were
so
gonna
excited.
love it.
Yes.
You were going to love it.
So the VA pays me money. They will give me what's called a stipend, where they'll pay me an amount of money. That amount of money will easily quadruple the amount of money that I'm making from Twitch. When that happens, I will go ahead and take a chance and say broadcast to all. And now, if you're wondering, okay, why is that an issue, Chaos? What do you give shits tits about? Okay, the reason is that I have a signed contract with Twitch that specifically states that I may only broadcast gaming related content under myself on Twitch. Okay, if I broadcast gaming related content on any other service besides Twitch, it is breaking my contract, and they can theoretically go
And
okay,
cut your channel.
so,
For me, and I've explained to Chaos, and this becomes a little controversy here. I've chosen that I love my audience at Twitch. I love my subscribers at Twitch. But I need to make the change, and I want to try out these services, and I'm going to multicast into different services: Beam, Twitch, YouTube, and Hitbox. And
so there's a
That's it.
question in the channel from Red Giant 333 who says, multicast, do you need to have multiple OBSs running? No. There's two ways you can do it. Restream.io, which is what we're using right now. Okay.
Yes.
This cast is running under Restream.io, and it's broadcasting to 4 different sites at a time. We're on YouTube Gaming, we're on Hitbox, we're on Twitch, and we're on Beam. Okay. And that's all running. I am broadcasting to IO, and then IO, or Restream.io is then going to the 4 sites. But, XSplit has the ability to broadcast to multiple sites at once. We used to be doing it before this cast. We were actually broadcasting to 3 different sites together. We were doing Twitch, Hitbox, and YouTube, all from XSplit, because I have a monster freaking connection to the internet, and we were able to do that. But now we don't have to. And theoretically, we could start adding even more services that we can broadcast this to. And Headwound and I will probably discuss it and see if we want to add on more that we will broadcast to. It would be stupid of us to not diversify our portfolio, as to say a stock quoting thing there. It would be stupid of us not to reach out to other services, okay? We are not getting the support that we deserve on Twitch in any which way, shape, or form. Twitch does not only do they not give you support as in help your channel out, send people to your channel, put you up on the front page, which they could easily do. They don't give you support very well in regards to when you ask partnership help for support. They have a smart ass guy that is on partnership help that does not give you any answers whatsoever and doesn't help you with any of your problems. I have a thing into Twitch support right now because I can't actually log out of Twitch because I wanted to go get the stream key for literally no sense so I could add it to Restream.io. They haven't gotten back to me. Okay. I could continue to go on and on, and the thing is that I do have to say something about Twitch. Yes, you gave me a start in this industry, and yes, you are the predecessor. But the problem is that you are buckling under your own weight. And I don't mean by your own weight. I'm talking about your own management and the people that are running your company. Okay. And what's sad is that I should be glowingly happy about Twitch. I should be bleeding Twitch out my ears and out my nose. And I should be like, Twitch purple blah. Okay.
You even went to the point. You went to the point of actually coloring your hair purple, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
At one point. Yeah.
Well, it's also the color of my channel.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
It's also the color of my channel, but yes, I even went to the point, and the thing is that we can downplay Twitch and all this stuff, and talk about it. But the fact of the matter is that there are other platforms out there that are more willing, more fair, and more straightforward in regards to the people that are making them money. Because I guarantee you, yeah, those big streamers are making them a lot of money, but there's a lot of money coming from the smaller streamers. And there's a lot of smaller streamers that are more talented, have a better program than those top streamers that deserve to have the right to be up in those channels. And the fact that they don't support those fucking channels is a freaking travesty. And the thing is that you guys can sit back and you can say, okay, well, have you done anything about it? Yes, we have. Okay,
Yeah.
Headwound and I have
we've
had
talked to DJ Wheat personally,
we've personally
and
multiple
other people.
discussions with them. We've written messages to these people. We've given them ideas. We've given them all sorts of stuff to help the smaller streamer, and they have done a simple thing, which is do the partner spotlight. Okay, and put a bunch of little teeny bopper girls on the top partner spotlight, okay, which makes them money because people like to watch teeny bopper girls. All right. Anyway, so this has gotten into a me bitch at Twitch session, and I'm sorry, we need to move on.
Okay,
My
so
bad.
let's cover what we're going to cover next week. So next week we will be covering the different streaming services. This is what we've been leading into. We'll be covering Twitch, Beam, YouTube, and also Hitbox.
Yep.
We maybe even cover more than that, but this will be the primary for discussion. I'm even interested in bringing someone or looking for somebody who is a YouTube broadcaster who may want to join our broadcast for that weekend, but don't know that that's going to happen.
We are looking for other hosts. We would like a female, not because we're sexist. We would like a female because we would like a female perspective on things.
Yes.
Okay, that is the number one reason why we would like to have a female. The female that we had in mind, who is still more than welcome to come and is still more than welcome to be part of the show, is an awesome girl, just doesn't have time, and it's completely understandable. So we're looking for somebody who broadcasts on another service, preferably YouTube, preferably female, but if you're male and act like a female, that might work.
Actually, you know what? Now, I wonder if she would do it. Minnie Headwound knows of somebody. Anyways, I'll talk to Minnie Headwound about this person. It's actually a rather big YouTuber, so it would be interesting to maybe get her.
Don't say the redheaded demon.
No,
not the redheaded demon.
No, no, it's not. It's some girl, Minnie Headwound. Oh, she's got her headphones on and they're really loud. So,
all right.
Anyways, guys, well, thank you so much for showing up and hanging out with us for episode number 10.
Number 10. Everybody.
Literally no sense.
Literally no sense.
It has been an awesome time. Thank you guys so much on Beam, on Hitbox, on YouTube if you are there, and also Twitch, of course. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. If you are new, make sure you do click that follow button. And also follow us on Twitter
and Twitch.
And Twitch and all the other things. Hit the like buttons, hit the subscribe buttons, whatever you have to do in order to get notifications of when we go live. And we will be live next week.
His name is Headwound.
And that is Chaoschunk. And we are literally no sense. Thank you so much for hanging out. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.